Do you ever find yourself stuck in the cycle of procrastination, telling yourself, "I'll start tomorrow," only for tomorrow to never come? What if I told you that breaking free is easier than you think? Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to crush procrastination and take control of your life, starting today. Procrastination occurs when we delay tasks or decisions, even though we know it might lead to stress, missed opportunities, or more work in the future. It affects people of all ages and lifestyles. Whether we put off a school project, delay an important work assignment, or avoid personal responsibilities, procrastination sneaks into our lives in ways we often don't notice until it's too late. At its core, procrastination isn't just about being lazy or bad at time management. It's often tied to deeper reasons like fear, self-doubt, or the desire for things to feel perfect before we start. For example, someone might keep pushing a task aside because they're afraid of failing or not meeting their own high expectations. This fear can create a cycle where the longer you wait, the harder it feels to start, and the more overwhelming the task becomes. One of the biggest signs of procrastination is constantly delaying tasks. People often find themselves putting things off until the last minute, convincing themselves that they work better under pressure, even though this rarely leads to the best results. Some procrastinators spend a lot of time planning and preparing, creating detailed to-do lists or doing endless research, yet never taking action. Others avoid the task altogether by distracting themselves with things like social media, TV, or less important chores. Perfectionism is another common reason for procrastination. The idea of needing everything to be flawless can make starting or finishing a task feel impossible. If you've ever stared at a blank page, unable to write because your first sentence doesn't seem good enough, you've experienced this. Procrastination also thrives on a lack of motivation. When a task feels boring, overwhelming, or unimportant, it's easy to put it off. And when you combine that with negative self-talk, like doubting your abilities or worrying about what others might think, it becomes even harder to push forward. Procrastination has real consequences. As tasks pile up and deadlines loom, it can make us less productive and more stressed. The constant pressure of unfinished work can lead to anxiety, frustration, and even health problems like sleepless nights or headaches. It can also affect our relationships with others when we fail to meet commitments or delay important conversations. But the good news is that procrastination isn't permanent. With a little effort and the right mindset, it's possible to break free from its grip. One of the most effective ways to tackle procrastination is to set clear and simple goals. Breaking tasks into smaller steps can make even the most overwhelming projects feel manageable. For example, instead of saying, "I need to finish this entire report," start with, "I'll write the introduction today." Eliminating distractions is another helpful strategy. Creating a focused environment by turning off notifications or finding a quiet space to work can make a huge difference. Time management techniques, like the Pomodoro technique, can also help. Working in short bursts with planned breaks keeps your energy up and your mind focused. It's also important to be kind to yourself. Procrastination doesn't mean you're lazy or incapable. Everyone struggles with it at some point, and progress is more important than perfection. Celebrate small victories, even if it's just completing one step of a larger task. If you're feeling stuck, don't hesitate to reach out for support. Sometimes having a friend, family member, or mentor to encourage you can be just what you need to get started. Why we procrastinate. Understanding why we procrastinate is essential for solving the problem. One major reason is the brain's natural tendency to prioritize short-term pleasure over long-term benefits. Tasks that feel boring or challenging get pushed aside for activities that provide immediate gratification, like scrolling on your phone or watching TV. Recognizing this mental habit is the first step toward breaking free from it. Another key reason is fear. Fear of failure, success, or even the unknown. Fear creates resistance, making tasks seem more intimidating than they actually are. By reframing tasks as opportunities to learn or grow rather than as threats, you can reduce this fear and build the courage to start. Procrastination is often a result of habits we've built over time. When we repeatedly delay tasks, our brain forms a pattern of avoidance that becomes automatic. To break this cycle, it's important to replace old habits with new, productive ones. Start by identifying triggers moments when you feel tempted to procrastinate and create a plan for what you'll do instead. For example, if you tend to procrastinate after lunch, use that time to tackle one small, specific task instead. One of the best ways to overcome procrastination is to start small. Taking just 5 minutes to begin a task can often break the mental barrier that's holding you back. Once you get started, you'll find it easier to keep going. Over time, these small steps add up to big progress, and tasks that once felt overwhelming will become manageable. Visualization is a powerful tool for beating procrastination. Spend a few moments imagining how you'll feel once you've completed a task, relieved, proud, and free from stress. This positive mental image can motivate you to take action even when you don't feel like it. Pair this with writing down your goals and keeping them visible as a daily reminder of what you're working toward. If you struggle with perfectionism, remind yourself that done is better than perfect. Completing a task, even if it's not flawless, is far more valuable than never finishing it at all. Focus on making progress rather than achieving perfection, and remember that you can always go back and improve things later. Incorporating rewards into your routine can make tasks feel less like a chore and more like an opportunity. For example, after completing a difficult task, treat yourself to something you enjoy, a favorite snack, a walk outside, or time to relax. These small rewards create positive associations with productivity and make it easier to stay motivated. Taking responsibility for your actions can significantly improve your capacity to overcome procrastination. It's simple to put off tasks that seem pointless or boring. Remind yourself of the task's larger goal to counteract this. Consider why it is important and how it fits with your long-term objectives or beliefs. You might rekindle your motivation and persevere if you relate the task to something significant. Forgiveness is crucial when it comes to past procrastination. Focusing on the things you didn't do just makes you more stressed and hinders your ability to move on. Rather, concentrate on what you can achieve right now and acknowledge every little move in the right way. Self-compassion is about supporting yourself so that you can develop and get better, not about making excuses. Procrastination is a habit, not a permanent flaw. By understanding its causes and using practical strategies to overcome it, you can take control of your time and energy. Every small step you take brings you closer to a more productive, balanced, and fulfilling life. Remember, progress is always better than perfection. Start now, and the future you will thank you.